more songs to spit your raps to. Your list of my
Or are you disappointed that when you bought Def Jam Icon, you thought it was gonna be like Def Jam Fight for New York, and you was like, "What the hell is this that I'm playing right now?"
a lot of that.
Yeah.
Some may involve. I think mine definitely will focus on the sports arena, but we've got long time video game vets and judging, and I am judging by the video playing pre-show. That boy, sweet Jesus Lord, that boy that played a lot of video.
You see
games.
my face?
Okay.
Look at my face, Dave. Yes, he has played a lot of video games.
I will look at your face, sir, and throw it to the news desk. Brian Koppel, boys and girls. What is up?
Which coach do you even want me to start on? Like, honestly.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I mean, pick a coach, pick a website, doesn't matter.
All right. New Mexico football coach, Bob Davie.
Former ESPN analyst and former Notre Dame coach and former Notre Dame defensive coordinator under Lou Holtz.
This is from 247sports.com, by the way. Still serving his 30-day suspension for allegations of physical abuse and racial slurs against players, and now more details are surfacing on specifics of his interface with RAPE case involving one of his players. So from the report, it says an ex-football player said he saw Davie scream at, get in the face of, physically grab and assault people, both players and coaches. Ex-player says during a game they was losing to, Davie told another player who was hurt and in a leg boot, what the F is so funny, and got in the player's face. The ex-player said the injured player tried to turn his head away from Davie, but Davie grabbed him by the collar and pushed him until he fell to the ground. The injured player pulled Davie with him, and they wrestled on the ground for a bit. The injured player ended up on top of Davie and left the game and the area entirely. The same ex-player reported that players would call the football program because of how bad Davie made it, and they would call him Master Davie, referring to the slave term for of course, master. Players also said that during their argument with a former football player, Davie said to the player, "I'm your end."
Hard R?
Yeah.
Hard R. Okay.
Hard R.
System? Sure. Neutralizer.
A staff member in the football program said that he saw an altercation between Davie and an African-American player. Davie told a player to be quiet during the game. Fourth time, Davie went over and grabbed the player by his pads and jersey and shoved him up against the wall. The player pushed Davie off of him, and Davie fell and broke his thumb. The player yelled, I'm going to call my dad. I'm going to the papers, and everything is going to know what you did." Now, it's really not I can explain
Wait a minute.
because I damn sure not finna defend this dude.
All of that, and all you got was a suspension?
All he got was a suspension day, a 30-day suspension. Not 30-game suspension, a 30-day suspension.
Okay, so we have the Mike Rice situation up in Rutgers.
Mm-hmm.
We had, even further back than that, the Bob Knight situation at Indiana.
Yeah.
Look, man, y'all just can't be just talking to these boys like that. And we're talking, which New Mexico is this, regular or state?
It's New Mexico State.
We're talking New Mexico State, bro, who was so trashy that they played their bowl, I think they played a bowl game in their own home field that they played in the New Mexico Bowl.
Yeah, Mook.
I believe.
Yeah.
No, man, you gotta go, bro. Listen.
Barlack didn't go to that school, did he?
No.
Nah.
He went to the regular.
He was
he went to New Mexico.
Yeah. But this is horrible to me. Just simply from the fact of you only got a 30-day suspension. You're putting your hands on players. You're calling them racial slurs.
And I'm surprised. Like 2018, I'm surprised that a couple of these players ain't yoked his old ass up.
Right.
Okay.
No,
Seriously, bro. Like you talking lip to a young, agile, mobile, and hostile individual, dog. And you just gonna talk to him, man.
Right. I mean, I'm even happy to the fact of like the player pushed him back and he broke his damn thumb. Like I'm glad that happened. I'm glad that the other player that got on top of him trying to get him off of him. Also, another thing that it's an entire employee of the athletic department said that he heard stories that Davie may have lunch at a football player and may have grabbed a player's head when he was being treated for a concussion. Pretty much telling him, no, get your ass back out there. We need you.
Oh, so then he got on that Illinois football coach tip where he was bringing players back early from injury, et cetera, et cetera.
But the thing is this, though. I think we have to look at it from the counterpart side. Although I agree with you, these kids now are a lot different. I just wonder, are they afraid because of the future part? Because at the same point, like, same as if somebody can, like, it's kind of like the Suge Knight thing, right? Like, they were afraid of Suge Knight because of what he could possibly do their career.
As we know, scholarships are basically like 1-year contracts with the discretion of renewal at the coach. So, yeah, if you want them can't go backs, and you got to sometimes sit there and take that abuse merely so you can stay on college, at least attempt to.
You're a parent, BMO. How does that resonate with you? Because, I mean, like, you have a son that's in sports, but let's just say Bob Knight was still coaching, and he comes to your son. Knowing his history, what does that do for you?
It does a whole lot of know how I am as a parent. And just by you, because there's limitations to what you do as a coach and as a parent. It's to the point where, like, there is no reason why you should be putting your hands on your players like that, no matter how mad you get, and no matter how bad the game is going. Even if I even hear anything of Jalen telling me something like that, I'm going for the coach full force. Because there's also, like, a lot of people ask me, should I be a coach? Why don't you be a coach? And things like that. It's never going to get to that point because a lot of parents out here are scared because of seeing stuff like that. A lot of parents won't even care. And that's what bothers me a whole lot about stuff like this. Because you feel like, well, maybe, you're not listening to the coach. No, there is no way in hell you should put your hands on any type of player like that, any student, athlete, or anything like that. It does not get to that point. You have an anger problem, you need to take it out on yourself. But there is no way I'm going to let any type of person or coach touch my son like that, think he's not going to tell me. So retaliation will be involved very heavily.
Very good. Let's get to our next coaching idiotic story. And this dude, he's a repeat offender, by the way.
Repeat offender. This is Colorado State University's Larry Eustace.
Eustace. Yes, sir.
Where the bill at? Because he is nowadays facing new conduct investigation. So it goes to say that coming from reports saying we have started a climate assessment, which involves conversations with the students and the staff members associated with the men's basketball program, and it will not make any public comments. But this came to a response from a report published online earlier in the day that multiple sources close to the situation say that the vast majority of the players are speaking out against him in their interviews, including 6 players and 2 others who were interviewed determined, he verbally abused his players, staff members, and others within the athletic department and used fear and intimidation to run his program. So it's basically the same thing here. I mean, going on to the fact of, like, why are you talking to these players like that? Why are you doing this to these players? And also, there's also, like, sexual allegations towards this dude, too.
Yeah. This is where
real heavy. Like,
no pun intended. This is the part I want to touch on. So when he was at Iowa State, this was the dude that got the pictures taken of him with his arms around the co-heads holding the cans of bourbon. Yeah. Okay? So he's over here, I think he was maybe in his 40s at this time, going to hang around teenagers. Okay? Now, let me tell you something. As a man in my 40s, unless they are my sweet and beautiful nieces or anybody that my mother is mentoring or anything like that, I have absolutely zero desire to do any sort of kicking with teenagers, okay? Your 40-year-old ass on campus, holding the burr, on the camera, with your arms around some young lady, probably having that creepy old man look on her face. And that's what the girl said, because this wasn't the first party he went to.
No, not at all. And see,
I'm sure that, maybe some giving some alcohol to minors might have been involved, but that's bad. You as a basketball coach. I don't know about Colorado State basketball. Is somebody in here? Anybody in here?
Nothing.
Do we know of any NBA alumni in Colorado State?
Chauncey Mills went to Colorado.
That's Colorado.
That's Colorado. That's Colorado.
I have no clue.
But
so y'all be out here caping for dudes, man. You can have some youngin' up in there trying to, no, man. First, you got to go, partner.
even before he got to Colorado State, they was giving him that, zero tolerance,
Then you gotta
policy
go.
and things like that in regards to
No need for a climate assessment. That is a great corporate word, by the way.
regarding to
Climate
throwing,
assessment.
punching, or kicking objects, using direct, profane, derogatory, and or demeaning language or gestures in the presence of players, staff, or anyone else acting in the scope of his employment. Bruh, you did this a million times over. And they didn't even learn from Iowa State that, okay, you hired him. You got to give Geek Coach a second chance and things like that. But this co-ed crap, dude, no, there was no way I would have hired this cat. None.
Can't trust you, man.
None.
If your ID, listen, you got to kick it with teenagers to keep your job. That's your basketball players. That should be the limit of your exposure to teenagers and students on campus.
All right. Now,
Oh, God.
I know there's a lot of people out here that are lonely. And for
And killed
some,
Bobby Womack.
and for some reason,
Wow.
like you don't have the testicular or ovarian fortitude to go out here and find your own friends. Like I don't get this at all. I don't get this at all. So one of my coworkers, I don't know why he told me about this website, but he was like, "Say, man, I found this website that I'm gonna try out." I'm like, "What the hell you talking about?" See, I thought it was something like pornographic or something like that, like try out. No, it wasn't that. He was like, "Man, I don't have, I'm trying to go to this event or this concert. I ain't got anybody to roll with." So I'm like, "Okay, well, who all did you ask?" He was like, "Nah, I just don't talk about it like that, bro. So I'm finna join this website and see what's going on." I'm like, "What website are you talking about?"
What concert was he going to?
It was like this rock and roll concert he was
Okay,
going to.
all right.
So he was like, "Okay, I'm finna go to this concert and see if I can find a friend to go." I'm like, "Are you talking about your Facebook friends? Like you finna hit them up in like a mass message or something?" You know what I'm saying? Like that's what I was thinking, Mook. No. He told me he's going on rentafriend.com. He's joined the website. You can join as a person looking for a friend, or you can join as a friend. If you join,
Oh, you can present yourself as somebody can be your friend.
yeah. So,
We should volunteer to do
Yes,
that.
we should.
and so looking on the website, which I had also did for DNR as always, rentafriend.com has friends from all over the world and is available for hire. Rent a friend to attend a social event, wedding, or party with you. Hire someone to introduce you to new people or someone to go to a movie or restaurant with. So you can use this for all kinds of activities. I'm just going to name some real quick. You can be a wingman or wingwoman, family functions, baking or cooking, hot air balloon rides, going to the park, going to a bar.
Okay.
You can hire somebody just to talk on the phone with you. Sightseeing,
What does that mean?
bowling, arcade, music, picnics. The one thing that kind of got to me was psychic. So am I going to be your psychic, or am I taking you to be a psychic?
Okay, wait a minute. The one thing I haven't heard was moving. I might go to Rent a Friend and
Help
need
me
somebody to
move.
help me move.
Yeah,
But you
but
can't
that,
trust those people.
but that wasn't on it.
But that's okay, and I'm glad you said that, because that to me takes it to the larger point of,
you don't know
if they
these
didn't call them hookers, that's what they would be called.
Exactly. Okay, so
Because some dudes just call, ladies of the night, I just want to talk, baby. I just want you to hold
What's the
me
show that
and talk
that's
to
on
me.
HBO? The one where he is a pimp and the one woman has the guy, the old man that pays her.
The dudes?
The dudes. They basically watch movies.
if you sign up, Dave, to be like a friend for hire,
I'm gonna get paid.
you do get paid. They said they charge the members, the people who want to contact you, a small fee to access the website. They pay a small fee to us, which allows them to contact you. There are two great benefits to a system like this. The first benefit is that this only allows you to be contacted by paying members of our website.
Don't call me unless I want you to.
Meaning
unless I'm paying to.
you won't have random people contacting you. The second benefit is that if a member contacts you to make plans, they have a membership already fee and are 100% serious about hiring you. You can charge up to $50 an hour for your services. It starts from $10 an hour to $50 an hour to hire you for anything that you need from that friend that's hiring you.
So you mean tell me if we could all go as a group and be someone's friend, We can charge them $50 an hour. That will pay for like our fees, and like we can.
And also,
But who? Okay, but what are you, Chris? So when you are putting your hire me as a friend profile, what are your you offering up your movie watching? You offering up some video game playing?
But no,
like the sports thing would be good for us.
The person got to set that up. Whatever that they want
Oh,
done.
like it makes
And so when you set up your profile, be like, hey, I'm such and such. I like doing this, doing that. Hit me up. So let's just say they want to go to like a Nuts concert and they don't have nobody to go with, and they call you. You know what I'm saying? So they'll look out. They're like, hey, they'll hit you up. Like, hey, do you want to attend a Nine Inch Nails concert with such and such? If you say yes, now everything falls into plan. Like they say you can waive your $50 an hour if they're gonna pay for your ticket and your food and stuff like that.
Oh no.
So you're not waiving that?
No.
Okay.
I gotta give you this 50 beat.
Rent a friend.
Rentafriend.com.
Obviously, note and the shoe note was enough.
That hurts my feelings actually. Because man, like.
It's people out here in the world that would rather pay for the manufactured physical company.
And there are 700,000 subscribers to this website.
I am done. All right, let's take a break. When we return, fight. We will talk the goings on with Cowboy Cerrone, his weekend, and we will talk lots of boxing. Mo Sports Talk on the afterparty.com.
Y'all want to hang out with nobody?
Other than each other? Like we all met on Twitter. Like, I mean,
but we ain't do no Rent-A-Friend shit.
I understand that.
Nah, let me see it. I already saw it.
No. Name, how did that video start out like this?
214-571-3301.
You deserve to get chased through the house and kicked through the back door, bro.
Yes, you do.
So you did it with that ball like I gotta hear the sound effect.
So John Stockton's got 15,806. The active assist leader